Sorry, just share the last steps of what you have to take in a like proper edit. So let's just have a look first. By the way, I really have to pee right now. So this is like gonna be really condensed information because yeah, I'm under pressure.
Meet John, creative, committed, and slightly dramatic when it comes to shirt design. One day, he orders custom shirts for his music brand. The energy, immaculate. The bag, launched. No time for slow reveals. We're building an empire. He pulls out the first shirt, and oof, the front logo's off. Not what he imagined. Without a second thought, the shirt gets yeeted at the wall. Not today. Second shirt. New hope. Front logo. Way better. Clean size. Feels right. But the back logo, too big. Doesn't stick. Not memorable. Would you wear this? Drop a comment. Help a guy out. He's not just designing shirts. He's designing his story. Meet John.
Yeah, so where we're at right now is there's a lot of variation in here. So that's not something that you usually do on these kind of reels. And it's just something I want to make clear. It's like really, there's so much variation to that. But we also have consistency. That's not the point. Like we're not going completely crazy, but we have a lot of variation in there because that's just the style of the video. So we have obviously the same font over and over again. We rarely see a different font. For instance, we are always using SF Pro, so one family in a sense. So the only times when we use different ones, for instance, this shirt one is just different because, and I need to make this stand out because that's the purpose of the video. Shirt, 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 and that should stick. And we got that appearing only with that word. So shirt here. Also we have shirt here, right? And also like when we have dramatic, for instance, it obviously needs to be dramatic. And then also in the video, we also have dramatic scenes where I throw stuff around and stuff like that. And we can use the same font then. Obviously, we have also got design, but like that's a different story because design is like also, it's like when you think about design, it's also like an art thing. So this is where I felt it would also fit. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean with we have dramatic scenes where we use the same font. For instance, where I throw it away, it's yeah, it gets yeeted. So this is the scene.
The shirt gets yeeted at the wall.
It's just fucking brutal, and it goes hand in hand with dramatic. So as we hook the people, we also bring the same font back in the kind of like same at the kind of same at the like how do you call it, at the peak point of the reel where I like yeet this stuff away, and then we basically talk about the thing that's actually good, which is the black shirt, which turned out good. And it's like kind of like the introduction. I would maybe say the introduction to the main peak of the reel, because this is the whole point of the video, to showcase our amazing, well-made and progressed shirt, right? This is the purpose of the video. So for you, this could be something else. It could be work that you could do. Maybe you've been working on something else. Maybe you're a video editor. Maybe you are doing a different format, but you can use the same principle of how I use fonts in a hook, reintroduce them at the peak of the video. So you can use the same concept, I think. And you can also see some sort of consistency here when I'm just talking, giving people information, educating them about what actually happened. And also this intro, Meet John, creative, committed. These fonts are more like, obviously, I make them more thick. And also with this thing, it's like people are like, what the fuck? Why is he doing that? It's just making people curious. And just drawing a picture, like, yeah, sit in front of here. That's kind of like showing people what I do in every single day. Like I can't show people that I DJ. I don't DJ at a club right now. I just literally sit down on Spotify and try to make good music and make good content. So that's as transparent as I can get. I'm not trying to be somebody else because I don't have a professional studio. That's literally who I am. So meet John. This is perfect, and this also gets in touch with what Lenny says. Yeah, like maybe the reason why you criticize my profile, and it's not me being like trying to find excuses for your feedback. I can understand it because that's what I told you guys who I am, or who I want to aspire to become. And it's just the gap between who I want to become and who I am now, and the time and the money and the investments that I need to do in order to get there. So this is really just, you can't wait for that situation to happen. You have to post content when you are striving to become that person. And I think I did a good job, and I think you can learn something from that as well. I think it's like, I don't know, like it was really random that I took that scene, that B roll, but I think like I don't know, it just it's I'm always thinking about the subconscious message that I send to people, like my head. And I'm really like, that's how I feel, man. Like right now, like I'm really like, I'm putting in a lot of work, stuff like that. And behind the scenes as well. And like sometimes I feel like it's getting out of my head because I'm making music, I'm making content, I'm working full-time job, I'm going to the gym, fucking all in. Like I'm working 24/7, bro. So creative, committed. This is really just who I want to express myself as. And this is also cool because like it also puts people back into the content I already posted, and that resonated well. So people are like, this that's after like 3 seconds, and they're like, okay, now we expect something good again. So it's slightly dramatic, it's just like this. I like this as well, this scene as well, because it's like it shows a more raw side of myself. And I'm like, I am literally like that guy. I'm like, I have this leadership in me, and it's like raw, let's fucking drive, do it, this testosterone fucking fuck machine. Yeah, I just have this inside of me, and I think it's a great hook, honestly. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on that, but it's just really creatively who I am. Um, and I also love this. It's like it reminds me of like e-commerce content, and I think it's just a great thing because I also see myself as an entrepreneur, and like, I mean, it's just great, right? And then you see that, and it's like music brand, and it's like that was just kind of random that I took that phone. I don't know. I just thought it looked cool. You just need something. But what I wanted to talk about is consistency in the font. So you can see the energy. It's basically the same font that I used in the beginning. Like when it comes to, you see the end, the committed, creative, John, meet John, make it the back. And obviously, when I emphasize certain words, we have like the back. Of course, it's about the bag, launched, make it bigger, no time. That's not so important for slow reveals. It's just more like to have it more unconsciously in the background. We're building an empire, right? That's to emphasize something that we are not. Yeah, like I mean, the stylistic mid working tool here is just, yeah, the stuff that I talked about it earlier in a couple of seconds more, like no time for slow reveals. Like it has little importance, so the text is gonna be slow as well, and we can to not. I mean, this is a pretty like boring scenario, so this could be a scenario where people could click away, but I'm also planning to make a zoom in on my face or something, or like on the back or something, because this isn't about the text, this scenario right here. As soon as we come back to an empire, we can zoom out again, and like let go of that motion happening from the zoom in, just stuff like that. And then obviously he pulls out the first shirt. And when we have that, he pulls out the first shirt, we can zoom in again because we don't have anything crazy going on with the fonts to keep the attention. That's what I'm planning to do as well. And oof, yeah, maybe something oof, like this reaction, zoom in on the reaction, and maybe as well. We obviously got a lot of text, animations and stuff going on here with the logos off, and like the eye basically going from top left, the front logo, right, is off. Also changing different fonts, and like I changed it off because like something has to be off in the fonts as well to emphasize that. So I made that off bigger than this is. even though they're going hand in hand to emphasize the point that something's off, right? And then yeah, below that we have not what he imagined. Just to be like, yeah, in I use these, how do you call it? Semicolons. I don't know, have a fucking clue. It's more like I don't know. It's just more like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, take your own interpretation for that. It's just what works. I just get a feeling for. I just watch reels, bro. I scroll through Instagram, and you slowly get a feeling for it. You go through your own stuff, and you're like, bro, you're just intuitively good at it because you look at so much content, and like, yeah, you shouldn't beat yourself up for scrolling through Instagram. That's your business, bro. You can learn so much from other creators, bro. I just scroll through Instagram. Like 5 hours. Okay, so that's too much. I mean, that's exaggerated. Don't scroll through Instagram 5 hours a day, but like at least like an hour a day or something like that. Maybe a half, 1.5. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, it sounds like a lot, but why not? Right? I mean, look at my results. Second shirt, New Hope. And this is also something front logo. I mean, bro, I just did what felt right. I'm not really, you can see it's a little bit of both sides. It's both analytical and the emotional side. It's like I'm just emphasizing what I already have. Like the main point is I'm authentic in the video, and it makes the whole process so easy because the text is just emphasizing what I'm already doing in the video. Like that's why it's a no-brainer. Like I'm just emphasizing what's already there. Like every single zoom transition that I'm gonna do is natural because I'm natural in the video. So that's the main key. Like just you just are the person who you are today, and that's it. And you can make stuff look good even like that. You can tell a story, a good story, even if you're not driving a Lambo today. Like what the fuck? You know, I hope that makes sense. But I hope that this is inspiring for some of you guys. And if you have any suggestions, obviously, I told you what kind of changes I want to make as well. And yeah, yeah, why not share my process, man, of my thinking process? I think it's valuable, yeah.